Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and this message, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The message reads like this. Hello my brother, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? So my brother, as a family, we are looking for any kind of help that we can get. Recently, we had been given these other phone numbers of these other powerful traditional healers, and this traditional healer, when we went to his place, he then said that there is nothing that he can do about the way that my brother is so sick. He said that at least if we can get someone, even if we try to get someone who comes from West Africa, maybe that is the person that will be able to assist us. He said that even though he has some charms that are really powerful, but he is not able to assist us. This brother of ours, he was working there in South Africa for a very long time. This brother of ours, he was a builder and he had his own small construction company, but he used to get some subcontracts. The story that my brother told me is that whilst he was there in South Africa, him and his wife, he then got this other subcontract at this other new residential area where a lot of wealthy people and some companies that are into real estate were building their houses. So it then happened that he then got into contact with the wife of the man who had given him the subcontract, the one that wanted to have his mansion built there. So when my brother started speaking with that beautiful wife of that man, he then fell in love, as well as that man, as well as that woman fell for my brother. They then started meeting each other in secret, and that woman, she then fell pregnant. So when she saw that she had fallen pregnant, she thought that maybe it was a far much better idea for her to have that abortion, and they did this in agreement with my brother. They went and they did that abortion, and they continued with their relationship. It then happened that this woman, she fell pregnant again, but this time around, my brother said that he was quite sure that the baby was not his baby, but the baby that she was now carrying, it belonged to her husband, because he said that even though she had tried to convince him that this was his second child that she was caring for him, but my brother said that they had not slept with each other for more than a month when she came and told him that she was pregnant again. So when they were fighting over this pregnancy, because this woman was saying that I love you so much, I just want to have your child, and my brother was saying that I don't think that it is a good idea, let us try to have an abortion. Then that woman was saying that you want me to have an abortion, yet your wife, she has kids for you. So they fought over this issue, even though they were still dating each other in secret. This war that was between them, it happened for 3 months. Then in the 4th month, out of like this woman, since she was having, then in the 4th month, that was when this woman decided to go on her own, and she did an abortion. When she did that abortion, I don't know what exactly happened. Even my brother was not sure at all, but my brother then slept with that woman. Maybe when he slept with that woman, the woman was not yet fully clean. Maybe she was still dirty in her womb. When my brother slept with her, what started happening to him is that his balls, they started to get really swollen, and my brother, he could not even walk because his balls, they got so really swollen. And when they got swollen like that, he tried to hide that thing from everyone, including his wife. He then gave his wife some money so that she can come back home, because he wanted to get this thing sorted out without his wife getting to know about this STI or whatever. After that, my brother saw that he was not recovering, and there was a lot of fluid that was coming out of his manhood, you know, like that fluid that is called drop, that discharge that always come out. But this discharge that was coming out of my brother's manhood, the day that I traveled there to South Africa to see what was going on with him, I saw that my brother, he was really sick and he had grown so thin. And when I looked at the discharge that was coming out, it didn't even look like it was discharge at all. That one that is called that is caused by drop. When I started researching, I then found out that usually in South Africa, this is what happens if you sleep with a woman who had an abortion and that child that she was carrying is not your child. That is the way that you can get sick. So this thing is what is happening to my brother. I then quickly rushed my brother back home after I had been given an advice by this other traditional healer who was a South African lady who told me about this sickness whereby if you sleep with someone's wife and if she is pregnant or if she had an abortion, then that abortion that she had, it might affect you. I then rushed back home with my brother and we have been going around visiting a lot of traditional healers, but all the places that we have gone to, my brother, it is not even assisting at all, because we have tried to visit a lot of healers and all of them, they just failed to assist us. There was once a prophet who tried to assist us by praying for my brother, but at the end of the day, he said that please do not come again at my place. It seemed as if there were some things that were happening at his homestead, because when we went to his homestead, what this man did is that he is a red garment prophet. He then took one fabric cloth that was really long. It was a yellow cloth. Then he made my brother to sit on that yellow fabric cloth. He took a knife. Then he started performing the prayers on my brother's body as he was praying for him. Then he said that my brother was cured, but we were supposed to come back the next day so that he can destroy some of the oath that the husband of that man who my brother was cheating on with his. Then that prophet said that we were supposed to come back the next day because he wanted to destroy some of the charms that had been used by that man whom my brother had been cheating on him with his wife. So the next day when we went there, we found out that the prophet, he had been really sick throughout the night. And he then said that we should get away from him. He told us that he could not assist us anymore. We have spent a lot of money. Even some of my sisters that are there in South Africa, they have been sending us a lot of money so that we can run around. But the situation is changing. As for my brother's wife, she also returned back to South Africa after she found out that my brother, the reason as to why he was sick like this, it was because he had been bewitched by a man whom he had been cheating on with his wife. She then said that there is no need for her to suffer for a sin that she didn't commit. She said that I want to work so that I can take care of my children. Then my brother was all left alone. Right now, it is a heavy burden that is placed upon my shoulders because my wife, she is the one who is taking care of my brother when I am not at home. I am someone who is working in the gold mines. Most of the times I am there just working for my family, but ever since that my brother started getting sick like this, I can't work anymore. My family is struggling. We are always starving, yet at the same time I have to run around trying to look for someone who can assist my brother. We once went to this other church, so they were having a prayer in the mountains, and in the morning they gave us the ashes, like as we were having that prayer session throughout the night, we were having a very big fire. In the morning, they gave us the holy ashes so that my brother can start drinking the holy ashes. He tried drinking them, my brother, but he kept on vomiting. So that prophets from that church, they said that as long as my brother will be vomiting like this, then he won't be able to find a cure. We have tried some traditional healers until we met that traditional healer who told us that these charms that were used, it seemed as if that man went and consulted with a healer that comes from Western Africa, because the charms that were used there, it seemed to be very powerful. Right now, you won't even be able to look at my brother's manhood twice. It is very scary to look at. It seems like his manhood, it's turning itself inside out. You can actually see some of the flesh, the white flesh that is supposed to be inside of his skin. It is on the outside. Then the skin, it is like folding itself, getting back into his body. The thing is really scary and hard to explain. I have asked my brother several times if this thing is painful, what is happening to him, like the flesh that is coming out of his body, then the skin is getting back inside his body. He says that he does not feel anything. He feels like he does not have a manhood anymore. Even the way that he urinates, he does not feel anything. The urine just comes out, and when the urine is about to come out, that discharge that is always coming out of his manhood, it stops. Then we know that the urine is coming out. Here, my brother, for us to regularly buy those adult diapers, it is quite expensive. That is what he is surviving on. We have to put on a diaper on him, and when this discharge sometimes is coming out really quickly, we have to give him 2 diapers a day or 3, depending on the discharge. Sometimes he can spend the whole day just wearing a single diaper. The situation, it is really hard for me, and it is really hard for my own wife. I can see that she is trying, but she is struggling. The reason why she is trying, it was because when my brother was still able-bodied, he had a good company. He used to take care of me and my wife. Even the time when my wife fell pregnant for me when she was still in school, when she came to become my wife, my brother was the one who gave me the money so that I can go and pay for the bride price. Please, my brother, if you know anyone that can assist us so that we can try to get rid of this illness, please assist us. It is not an easy thing to watch a man crying. Usually my brother starts to cry whenever he thinks about the sickness that is afflicting him. He just say that it is far much better for me to die, because look how I have suffered. Even if I recover, how am I going to live a normal life? Because for you to be a man, you need to be, because he says that for you to be a man, you have to have something that you can use in your trousers. But as for my brother, I don't think that even if he recovers, no woman would ever want to stay with him because of what happened to his manhood. So these rituals, we were supposed to perform them for only 3 months. Then we were supposed to return that skull back to that traditional healer. But when COVID came, we didn't know what to do anymore. That was when we spoke with our church friend, and she then told us that she didn't even know what to do anymore, because the last message that she had sent to that herbalist was like, what are we supposed to do during this COVID-19? Because on her own rituals that she was given regularly, she is supposed to go and visit that herbalist. So then that herbalist told him that he was rushing back to his country. Our friend told us that this herbalist thought that maybe the world was coming to an end, so he had returned back to his country, because he said that if anything is going to happen to me, it is far much better that it happens to me when I am close to my own relatives. So we are stuck at this moment. We do not even know what to do. This monkey skull, it is getting heavier and heavier by the day. Back in the day, my husband, he was able to lift it up with only one hand. Right now, when he tries to lift that monkey skull, it is very heavy. And for us to blame that friend of ours, that one that we met in church, we do not even know if we should blame her or what, because she also lost her own husband because of these rituals that they were doing. So my brother, me coming here, I do not even know what to do anymore. The way that my daughter died, it is so painful. I do not even want to talk about it. All that I want is for someone to assist me. One healer who was from Zim said that for 60,000 rands, he was willing to help me. But he said that what we have to do when you will be helping us, I have to select one amongst my granddaughters. And after selecting one amongst my granddaughters, then we are supposed to make a ceremony for her so that she can now belong to that tokology. This is the only way that we can survive. But when I look at my granddaughters, I feel so sorry for them, because if we choose anyone amongst them, the one that we would have chosen, she will never be able to have children in her life. And that traditional healer from Zim encouraged us to do it very quickly before our granddaughters will be mature, before they can start dating. Otherwise, you won't be able to assist us. So my brother, we are stuck. We do not know if we should perform another sacrifice, because me and my husband, we are now tired, because each and every time when we have to perform these rituals, we have to go out of our house like mad people, removing our clothes. Then we start making love whilst we will be sleeping on the ground, and when I will be holding that monkey skull. All that we want right now is for someone who can assist us, someone who can give us advice. As for those people who will say you can try to pray, please just stop it. I just want someone who can assist me so that this thing can be removed very quickly. For me to be where I am right now, I got it in church. So I have lost all hope. If it was not for the pressure that was given to me by the people that I used to attend church with, maybe I could be living my life. But because of the pressure that I was given in church, it made me to perform all of these evil rituals. Dear listeners, right there was a message that we received via our email address. Indeed, strange things do happen in this world. Please let us speak with her in the comment section. Strange things do happen. That traditional healer was saying that for 60,000 rands, I can have you sacrifice one of your granddaughters so that she will never be able to have children or to get married in her life. Just imagine selling off the future of your granddaughter for 60,000 rands so that you can just sleep peacefully at night.